How to find the right perfume. Finding the perfect perfume is almost as difficult as finding the perfect partner. But not impossible. With these tips and tricks you will find the fragrance that really suits you. Everyone is looking for the right one. The scent that suits you. What most people don't know is that if you want a perfume that not only exudes aromas but also feelings, you shouldn't look with your nose, you have to let your gut decide. The feeling has to be right, nothing else. Sounds easy, but it's often not, as we know from the similar search for Mr. and Mrs. Right. Because don't be fooled. New flavors are like a new love, they tempt us sometimes on the wrong track. Something new lifts the spirits. And always. It doesn't matter whether it's a feeling, a smell, or an object, everything new stimulates and excites. A brand new attitude to life is included for free. That's nice, but not always sustainable. But if you are not looking for a fleeting breeze, but rather a perfume for life, you can take your time. It is not for nothing that perfumeries bottle small fragrance samples. Use this trial dose to test the scent of desire in everyday life. If you're still infatuated afterward, he's the one. Fragrance notes, the subconscious decides. Why the choice fell on this fragrant candidate is no coincidence, just like in love. One unerringly fishes the perfect perfume, respectively man. In both cases, the reason for this is our biological reproductive drive, which tells us via an olfactory code which person has the right immune profile for us. We can literally smell a perfect partner. And it is precisely this instinctive behavior that guides people when using perfume or when choosing a fragrance. As if remotely controlled, we look for aromas that strengthen our own smell in order to give potential candidates clear signals. A perfume is not used to cover up the fragrance, but on the contrary to emphasize one's own note. This is also the reason why there are no rules when choosing the right fragrance. Follow your nose and land on your gut feeling. Good reason, perfume on bare skin. Grab it, spray it on, wait it out and always be ready for the ultimate right scent. Then when you have it, enjoy it. The best way to do this is on bare, cleansed skin that has been moisturized with perfume-free body lotion. The scent molecules of your favorite perfume would not adhere well to skin that was too dry and unfortunately would evaporate too quickly. Clean, moist skin, on the other hand, stores and intensifies the aromas. This effect is known from nature. After a summer downpour, we perceive our olfactory environment much more intensively than when it is dry. Smell good, but where? The effect and intensity of the scent also depends on which part of the body it is applied to. It is popular to apply a few drops behind the ears. This romantic gesture is known from films. Women dribble fine perfumes behind their ears and then find themselves in the arms of a prince who lovingly strokes her hair, kisses her neck and is beguiled by her scent. But in reality there are neither princes, nor is the ear a suitable place for a scent. Here the skin produces too much sebum, which falsifies the scent of the perfume or sometimes even allows it to roll off. Parts of the body where the skin is warm and as fat-free as possible, such as the crook of the arm, the hollow of the knee and the wrist, are better suited. The hair also stores fragrances long-lasting and intensively. On the other hand, it is not advisable to spray your favorite fragrance into the décolleté, as you would constantly come across it with your own nose. There would be habituation and, as a result, possibly an overdose. Caution, perfume is delicate. When applied correctly, perfumes envelop us with a fragrant aura that is intense but delicate at the same time. The fragrance not only gives away this delicacy to its wearer, but also demands it from them at the same time. Fragrance molecules are particularly fragile structures that lose their splendor if handled too roughly. Perfumes should therefore never be crushed after application. Care should also be taken when spraying. Make sure you diffuse the fragrance on the skin from a distance so the molecules land gently on the skin instead of banging against it. Perfume care, this is how love lasts. At heart, perfumes have remained fragile souls, but their appearance has become somewhat more robust in recent years. Especially when it comes to storing scents, modern scents have become less complicated. For example, the myth that sunlight damages fragrance molecules has been outdated since the development of chemical aromas. Although it is still true that perfumes react to excessive heat by evaporating, otherwise there are no special care instructions. If a perfume is kept in its original bottle and closed tightly after each use, it will last for around 3 years without losing its intensity or tipping over. That's the only difference to Mr. and Mrs. Right, by the way. They last forever if you take good care of them. Well, have fun. Fragrance knowledge. You should know these perfume facts. Perfume phases. Fragrances consist of 3 phases of smell. First we smell the top note, which is supposed to stimulate the nose and make it receptive. It lasts about 5 minutes and is replaced by the transitioning heart note, usually floral. This prepares the nose for the following base note, the core of the perfume. Concentration, please. Whether a fragrance is an eau de toilette or a perfume depends on the concentration of the fragrance in the water mixture. With a concentration of 15 to 30% of the fragrance substances, perfume is the most intense version of a fragrance. With eau de parfum it is about 10 to 15%, an eau de toilette contains 5 to 10% of the aromas. Only an eau fraiche, body splash, is even lighter, it contains 1 to 3% fragrance content. Take 2. Perfumes are not monogamous. On the contrary, the so-called layering, i.e. wearing several fragrances at the same time, is becoming more and more modern. Anything that pleases is allowed. In order to avoid olfactory overkill, however, it is advisable to work with fragrances from similar fragrance families. Otherwise you can mix according to your nose. Thank you very much for watching the video.
I hope you liked the video I have prepared for you. If so, it would make me very excited. I do comment and a like, that would encourage me a lot to continue preparing more content. And if you want more useful videos like this, do not forget to subscribe and activate the little bell. Until the next video, have a nice day.